Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of What It Is. I am Kelly McKinney of Hohenheim Productions.
And I'm Josh Gibson of Fourth Wall Players.
And this week we are talking about... We've had episodes in the past where we discussed who... we had one about Keanu Reeves and who he could play in the MCU way back before they actually had decided who he was going to play.
Have they decided?
I think that they decided. One of the people we discussed was Moon Knight for Keanu Reeves. And at the time, I was under the impression that, as well as, and I basically got the idea from Comics Explained when they had talked about Moon Knight, why it would be hard to adapt onto the big screen for Marvel in movies and everything else. And that's because Moon Knight basically has serious mental issues in the comics.
Oh.
And so it was about having a sensitive portrayal of someone with real mental health issues. Yeah, with real mental illness, becoming a superpower and becoming a superhero, and what sort of message that sends.
Right.
And so they've chosen Oscar Isaac to play Moon Knight, which surprises me, not only that they're casting a Moon Knight, but that they're going to have Moon Knight portrayed in the MCU at all. So,
and I wonder if he's going to be in a lot of team-up movies, or you don't really see him as being like he's kind of like a Deadpool type guy, right? Like, he might pop up, but he wouldn't really be necessarily part of the main team.
He's Marvel. He's supposed to be like Marvel's Batman,
right?
But except for, if I remember correctly, Moon Knight, he's basically bestowed his powers by an Egyptian spirit, by an Egyptian god.
That much I do know.
So this by Screen Rant argues that he's perfect for it. Now, whether or not he's perfect for it, this thing is, I have a lot of faith in Oscar Isaac. No matter what character he's given or whatever, he always pulls it. He
never phones it in. Yeah. Even if it's like, something you're like, I don't really feel that guy. Like, Apocalypse being a very good example of something that a lot of people were kind of disappointed. I feel it's just more like he was miscast. I don't think he should have been cast as Apocalypse, but I don't think he's a guy that is ever like, I'm just doing this, pay me my money and I'll read the lines. That being said, you never know, but I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm excited to see Oscar Isaac in the MCU. I don't care who he's playing. He's an actor I like, and I'd like to see him play a character over multiple movies.
So
awesome.
So yeah, and so they mention this here. Okay, he also has a dissociative identity disorder, which presents itself in separate personalities, including cabbie Jake Lockley, yeah, and millionaire Steve Grant. So this is the thing, is that I also have a problem now ever since James McAvoy took on the Beast in
Split.
In Split and in Glass, right? Like, I don't want to see anyone else play dissociative identity disorder except for James McAvoy. But what frustrates me about this article is just that it has very little to do with the character of Moon Knight itself and why they relate to it, and they're
mostly just they're pitching Oscar Isaac,
because of his IMDb page. It's like he's already taken part in big franchises like Star Wars and etc. But that to me has nothing to do with why he would be able to play Moon Knight, because I want to see these dissociative identity personalities. That's to me, and like, how does that play into the MCU? Because, like, to me that says he can't be an Avenger, right? When would they know who they're talking to?
Right. I don't know.
Right.
That's a good point. That's kind of the point I was making, though. I'm not sure how much he's going to be part of a main. If he is in the Avengers movies, I think he'll be doing a subplot thing, or he'll have a cameo. I don't think he's going to be.
Well, it's Moon Knight is an upcoming series.
Right. No, I get that. I get that. I'm just saying, like,
I want to know what I most want to know is how Moon Knight is going to fold into the MCU. Is it going to be in Egypt? Where's it going to be? Does this take place in New York? Does it take place? Well, we have no idea. We know very little about the Moon Knight.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to film it somewhere that's not America. If you actually like filmed it somewhere that wasn't America and it wasn't just like a Hollywood lot that, or some spot in California that you're like, oh, this kind of looks deserty, so this is Egypt now. And then you just have really stereotypical cliches of all the Egyptians, which Hollywood loves.
Right. Well, and at the same time, though, with how well they did Wakanda, right? I wouldn't expect Marvel to mess up, like, you know, what's supposed to give us an Egyptian vibe.
Well, they didn't do Sokovia very well. Like, what was interesting and different about Sokovia, except everybody there was dressed like they were cold and they had bad Russian or Eastern European accents.
I mean, just the city construction, I guess.
But that could have been a city in America and it wouldn't have been any different.
The only city in America that could have been was Detroit.
Well, there you go. No, I guess the point that I'm making is I don't want it to just be like a Star Trek set where it's like, oh, we moved the trees and boulders around a little bit and everything else is going to be the same except someone's going to have a funny accent and like we're going to go on with that. Like if they were going to make it, I want the city or the location, if they are going to do a location thing like that, to be part of the story and or the character, as opposed to just being a backdrop you put a character in front of.
Right.
You know, like I feel like the one thing the Incredible Hulk, well, not the one thing, but one of the things the Incredible Hulk movie did really well in the beginning was I felt like Edward Norton was actually where he was. Like it didn't just feel like he was.
Like you felt like he was in Brazil.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just didn't feel like he was just like on a soundstage or whatever.
Right.
And they were just like, oh, these couple of blocks look like a foreign country, so. You know. Right. So I thought they did a good job of that, and I would like to see something like that. If they went that direction with Moon Knight, but otherwise I think it's kind of just pandering and a waste if he's in Egypt.
Right. Yeah, and so for those of you who know the Moon Knight comics, let us know in the comments below.
Because we know very little about him.
Yeah, how could Moon Knight's storyline possibly fit into where we're at in the MCU in a post-Iron Man era, or if you know whether or not it's going to take place pre-Iron Man.
I don't imagine it would.
Thank you for watching Hohenheim Productions. I'm Kelly McKinney. Please like and subscribe. Share the video below. We're going to have more content coming out for you. We also have plenty of stuff from Twitch. You can find movies from us on Amazon, as well as books. We have plenty of documentaries, miniseries, comedies, everything. Like, subscribe, share. We'll do more.